Okay, playing. Okay, today my talk is abundance and overcoming lack. Overcoming lack. So I actually thought my talk was going to be about something else today. And I got a little surprise from our helpers in the world, and they said, no, we're going to talk about overcoming lack. Did you forget that part? It's like, oh, okay. Well, we'll just wait until everybody gets here, and then we'll know what I'm talking about. So, overcoming lack. I've experienced lack quite a bit in my lifetime growing up. And lack was just a very common practice in communication, and how it was ingrained in the body and the cells to think that there was lack when there really wasn't. You know, I had a beautiful roof over my head. I had a very nice home, very large, a pool in the back. I mean, there was really nothing to think that we had any kind of lack happening. We had a beautiful family, a very large family on both sides, and there certainly wasn't anything to think that there was lack, yet our beliefs from what I was taught was lack on both sides of the family, my father and my mother. And their belief system, what they carried from their, growing up, they both had this lack thought. And I grew up this way. And it's very negative. And coming to find out when you learn that it's just what you actually can overcome, and replacing it with happiness, health, and wealth, you realize it's just a switch of a button. It's a changing of a channel, and it's the exact same thing as what lack would be, but instead it's happiness, health, and wealth. And to know that those two things are very easy to, go to, it's just the mindset, and knowing that there is a way to change it. And when you do, when I learned this here in this chapel, it was really amazing to feel it immediately, that it's a mindset, and making the changes is a big deal too. Like having the habits of lack is sometimes difficult to remove. They come back if you're not ready to completely remove them, and replace it with the happiness, health, and wealth. Sometimes it shows up, and it will pull you in. And it's kind of like, oh, you say something, these words just come out, and it's like dirt, you need to clean it out, and you need to know really when you're ready to completely remove it. Anything for that matter in your life, when you are completely ready to release something, know what you're going to replace it with. And so I learned the process, but you also need to practice that happiness, health, and wealth. And it took a little while. This type of thing isn't necessarily, if you've known it your entire life. If you've known lack forever, that you're poor when you're really not poor, it's in your cells, it's in your body, and you are replacing your cells, your thoughts, your belief patterns, everything. And that is a huge step to change and to know that it is completely removed and replaced. And when we do such a thing, by the way you speak, by when you hear it from someone else, that it doesn't affect you anymore, that you can actually go into that energy of them as well, and feel good there, because that is when you're still not changed. You're still not completely removing it and replacing it. And so I've gone through these stages of, feeling that lack, but yet, okay, I know that practice now, but I haven't, completely resolved it or, replaced it. And so I went through steps, and I changed my entire life. Where I lived, who I was married to. I mean, there was so many instances because my energy completely changed, and I evolved as I realized that I am worth and worthy of a worthy destination. And it takes time, but to know that it really is a channel. It's a change of just a channel, and it's so simple, but it's us with our habits that takes the time. And habits, if we know that it's a habit and know how to change it to a happy, healthy, and wealthy place, it doesn't have to take as long as sometimes it seems for most people. So, overcoming lack. Abundance is what this is really considered, what it is, the umbrella of this talk. And so abundance, by knowing that we have happiness, health, and wealth, abundance is the result. And abundance is many things. Abundance doesn't have to necessarily be money in your pocket. Abundance, by removing lack in my life, abundance came in so many ways. People changed, places changed, things changed, vehicles, everything, because of the mind changing and my body changing of my belief pattern. My whole world completely was replaced. And I'm very grateful to Reverend David's teachings, because without that, it's very easy to stay in your old habits. So I leave you with that today. And just know that we are in a worthy destination. Thank you.